Hello, and welcome to Rising Phoenix, where you can find information, tools, and hope for everyday mental health struggles. I'm so glad you're here. Today, we're going to continue our series called Words to Live By. This one is a quote by Scott Peck. Scott Peck was an American psychiatrist born in 1936. He is most known for his book, The Road Less Traveled. In that book, he writes about how to have a fulfilled life. The quote that we're talking about today comes from this book, and it goes like this. Mental health is an ongoing process of dedication to reality at all costs. You might be asking, what's so great about that quote? It seems simple to me. This quote actually has some depth to it that I would like to unpack. What Dr. Peck is saying is that to be mentally healthy, you must be willing to pursue and accept reality no matter what. I would like to illustrate for you why I think this quote is important. So, let's look at the inverse for a moment. The implication from this quote is that if you are not dedicated to reality, you are mentally ill or unhealthy. Is this true? It may be. If we look at different mental illnesses or struggles, we can see how, in those experiences, people do not see and or accept reality. For example, denial is a classic part of addiction. Denial is essentially a shunning of reality. An addict might say, I can quit whenever I want, or this time will be different. They either don't see or don't want to accept reality because a part of them wants to continue to use the substance. Or we can look at depression. The depressed brain fails to see objectively and instead falls into traps and cognitive biases that keep it stuck. The depressed person might think, I'm a failure, or no one could possibly love me. In their depressed state, they do not see that reality is much more colorful than the black and white world that they paint. We can go on and on looking at all the different mental disorders, seeing how those suffering from them struggle to see or accept reality, but that would make for a very long video. Suffice it to say, there seems to be some validity to the inverse of Scott Peck's statement. Sacrificing commitment to reality means sacrificing your mental health. Now let's look at how mental health is improved through dedication to the truth. One of the first steps in addiction recovery is often referred to as breaking denial. In this process, the addict essentially needs to identify the ways that they have been lying to themselves and start to see the truth. They also learn how to face the reality of trauma, pain, and stress in their lives without avoiding it with substances. The dedication to reality at all costs. Likewise, in depression treatment, the more a person can identify the negative, unrealistic thoughts that they have about themselves, others, and the world, and work to see the truth or reality, the better they often start to feel. The depressed person must dedicate themselves to reality and be willing to accept it no matter how uncomfortable it might be. That's the difficulty though, isn't it? Reality can be quite uncomfortable at times. The truth is that there exists a lot of pain and trauma in the world and our lives. There's a reason Dr. Peck says, at all costs. There's a cost associated with reality. How do we deal with that if we're going to accept reality at all costs? Well, first we must dedicate ourselves to reality, to agree that avoidance is more damaging than acceptance, even though avoidance is often more comfortable. Hopefully, that has been demonstrated in the video already. Then we must learn tools that help us to identify reality and cope with it when it is not comfortable. Some tools that might help you identify reality are mindfulness and meditation, thought records, and talking to others to get a reality check on your thoughts, or doing some counseling. And some resources that can help you cope with reality when it is painful are breathing exercises, talking with friends, or attending a support group, exercise, other enjoyable or relaxing activities or hobbies, counseling, artistic expression, and whatever else you might find that helps you. Okay, that's the end of the video for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this quote helpful in your own pursuit of mental health. If you enjoyed the video, please take a moment to like the video, and if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. Also, feel free to drop a note in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, tell me. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, take care of yourself and remember you're not alone and you are loved. And as Christopher Robin says, you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Take care.